So let's talk about a classic fragrance. So this is one that goes back to the 90s, the early 90s. So it's Jean-Paul Gaultier, Le Mal. So let's talk about a little bit of the history behind Jean-Paul Gaultier and his kind of fragrances. So Jean-Paul Gaultier is like a fashion house. I don't know much about it, but basically his first fragrance was called Classique, and it was a woman's fragrance, and it was in Eau de Parfum. He kind of wanted to embody his memories and kind of yearnings, and it was created by Jacques Cavalier for Jean-Paul Gaultier in 1993. So he's a famous perfumer. He's kind of a master perfumer. He's made Acqua di Gio and a lot of other like amazing sort of fragrances. So that was a classique. There was a male equivalent to that called Le Mal, which we're going to talk about today, and I managed to get my hands on one, and I've been thinking about getting it for a while, so that's kind of been in my head to kind of like get this classic fragrance and try it. And I've been wearing it today, and I have smelt it before, so I'll give you my opinion on that. So Jean-Paul Gaultier is like kind of a fashion sort of icon, I guess, and he wanted his fragrance to be unique, rebellious, and addictive because these are qualities that he kind of supports or kind of is like all about basically, and his love for fashion was also apparent, and the bottle's design kind of shows that. So Le Mal was created in 1995 by a different perfumer called Francis Kurkdjian for Jean-Paul Gaultier. And quick aside, basically in the fragrance community there's like some debate about getting a certain older batch version, which was created by a company called BPI, and that was created since like 1995 to 2015. So that was like kind of the original company that kind of distributed and made and manufactured the perfume, but the fragrance arm of Jean-Paul Gaultier was bought by a company called Puig, Puig, and I don't know how you pronounce that, but basically they took over, and the fragrances you buy now are from that company, made and manufactured by that company. So I've got the older formulation, or the older sort of created by BPI, and this is what it looks like. So yeah, this is one of the older bottles I managed to find on eBay, and it was a decent price, and it's 125 milliliters. I think it's the 2015 batch, so it's kind of a newer batch, and I've been wearing this for a couple of days. So it's Le Mal is described as an ambery fougere fragrance, which means it's like spicy, and it's got like a woody sort of scent profile to it. So herby, spicy, woody, but also it's quite fresh in this case. It's quite versatile, I think. Like I don't know what other people think, but basically I find it pretty versatile. You could probably wear this in different weather conditions, like rainy days, autumn, spring, summer, maybe even winter. Yeah, I can't think of an occasion where this would be a bad one to pick out of my collection. So it's really good, and as you can see, the bottle design is pretty unique. And back in the 90s when this was released as a bottle design, it was considered like super different from other bottles. Like imagine like, I don't know, Chanel No. 5 or something, just like a basic bottle with the sticker and with Chanel or whatever. Like, fragrances were like that in the past historically, and when this was released, I think it was like one of the first crazy bottle ideas that came out, and this is meant to be a sailor's kind of outfit, because the perfumer kind of said when the bottle design was considered, it was this represents Jean-Paul Gaultier's kind of taste of like fashion and idea of a sexy, kind of elegant, dashing sort of male kind of masculine persona. This kind of embodied it, and normally you would have like a little kind of chain thing there to kind of prevent you from pressing the sprayer, but on my bottle I got a tester. I think this is a tester. It didn't come in the can, so normally it comes in like a can, and this one came in just a brand kind of box because it's a tester basically, and it even says tester at the bottom. I mean, it's pretty unique. Even today, like, you don't get bottles like super crazy like this. Like, you get some crazy bottles, but they're still not really this kind of cool looking. So yeah, it's got a lot of woody, spicy notes and aromatic notes. So the top notes for this fragrance, you've got Artemisia, which I had to look up, but basically it's kind of a bittery, sort of herbal, strong smelling plant note, which is kind of like from wormwood. So I do get some bitteriness, I think, on the top notes. I definitely get mint, cardamom and bergamot. I get maybe a little bit of the cardamom, a little bit of the bergamot, which is a citrusy, bitter tart, kind of elegant, light note, with a mild, spicy tone. It's kind of quite fruity, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if I get all of those notes. I definitely get the mint. It's very mint heavy on the top notes. So let me go ahead and spray this now so I can kind of give you what I'm getting. It's a really good sprayer as well. You get a lot that comes out. Oh yeah, okay. Mint. I think I get what is the Artemisia, because I get a lot of herbal kind of strong smelling, woody sort of smell as well. I'm not sure about the bergamot, and maybe a hint of cardamom, but it's not super obvious. But the main thing is I get a huge, kind of like a, it's not huge, but like kind of like a mintiness to it. Like if you're at the dentist, like a mouthwash kind of thing, but in a nice way. It's not in a weird sort of, I don't know, dentist kind of way. And the middle notes are lavender, so that's where you'd get the freshness out of this fragrance. You'd get a lot of clean, sort of fresh fragrance, like you just stepped out of the shower, or you're just a very clean person. And but it's also aromatic. That's what lavender gives you. There's also orange blossom is one of the mid notes, and cinnamon and cumin. I don't get any cumin. I don't really get any cinnamon. I mean, maybe like the sweetness of the fragrance is coming across with this, like the sort of, yeah, sweet and spicy spiciness. And I do get, like, you know, the kind of freshness maybe, or the kind of a little bit of a floral note with the orange blossom. And then the base notes, when it dries down, is you get a classic woody note from the sandalwood. So I do think, yeah, I get like the milkiness of the sandalwood a little bit in the background. It's got vanilla in it, which adds to the sweetness, and it's kind of like a base that kind of holds everything together, I think. You don't like get vanilla separately, but I think it's definitely like the kind of sweetness kind of bringing and tying everything together. There's a woody kind of dry down as well, which is, maybe it's the cedar, because that's also a base note. Tonka bean is a base note. Tonka bean should smell kind of like a bit milky. Kind of, it usually goes well with the sweet kind of ambery fragrances. But it might be, yeah, like an almond kind of scent to that. And amber is kind of the last base note, so that gives it the sweet, resinous, kind of warm sort of scent. A little bit powdery too, a little bit powdery. It's a really unique fragrance, I think. I mean, maybe there's like similar sort of things out there, but I definitely really know when I smell this that it is La Malle. The perfumer Francis Cogin said that, you know, this is quite a simple fragrance to kind of develop because of the vanilla in it. And at that time, I think a lot of fragrances had floral notes in it, possibly because he said that when you have floral notes, it's kind of a much more complex fragrance, a much more difficult fragrance to kind of get right. And with the vanilla-based fragrances like this one, it's easier to kind of blend, I guess. I think that's what he meant. And yeah, if you have any insights into that, I'm not a perfumer, so if you have any insights, please mention them in the comments below. So yeah, I think I would really recommend La Malle. It's beautiful fragrance. It's a classic from the 90s, and it kind of brings you back to that time. I mean, I wasn't wearing this or smelling this kind of around when I was in the 90s as a kid, but I think a lot of people were. So like if you're older, you'd probably have old kind of memories of this fragrance, but even if you're younger, I think it's a great one. It's a great one for like a young man to kind of pick up, like, you know, you're at uni, or like if you're just starting your job and you want like an all-rounder, but also kind of like something that kind of stands out from the super kind of uber sweet fragrances that are on the market right now. And yeah, I really rate this one. It's amazing. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hope you liked the video. And I'm gonna do like maybe reviews every week on things that I like. Right now it's fragrances mainly, but it could be different things that kind of interest me. So yeah, if you like this video, subscribe and smash the like button, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.